What is going on, kings and queens of this wonderful wonderland that we call YouTube? So look, I'm just gonna level with you guys. I have tried recording this video several times now, a couple different ways. I have tried to come across as happy, making jokes and making light of the fact that I've disappeared from YouTube for over a year now without so much as a why. And I've even gone as far as to sit here and try to think of the best explanation I could for why everything happened. Why did I go away? Why am I back now? And what do I plan to do with the channel in the future? And the more I thought about those things, the less happy I became with my answers to those questions, the way I was presenting myself. I just wasn't happy with any of the takes for this video that I was getting. So I came to the realization that the best and really only way to make this video is just to be real with you guys and tell you the truth. I guess if you really want to understand everything about the mental and emotional state that I was in at the time that I disappeared, you really have to take a look at the last year in my creative life. I think it goes without saying at this point that I write books for a living. When I'm not using my free time to upload videos like this on the channel, I write, or vice versa. When I'm not writing, I create videos. But essentially my upload schedule that I had when I started doing writing full time was quite similar to the schedule that I had when I was in college. When I was in school, I would basically take the entire school year off and to focus on what needed to be done, as you do. And in the summer, when I had more free time, I would return to YouTube and spend my summers with you guys. And writing worked a lot of the same way. When I was working on a book, I would spend time with that until it was done. And when it was completely finished and up for sale, and when I was waiting to start the next one, I would kill some time doing exactly this. And to be honest, that wasn't a format or a schedule that I really liked. I wasn't a big fan of the 3 to 6 month gaps that I had between my upload times. It didn't really seem fair to me or the people that subscribed to my channel, who really like what I do here. But at the end of the day, I think it was the smartest and really my only option at the time, because it really created this nice balance between all of my creative projects. With that being said, though, there came a day where I said there's got to be a different way to do this. There's got to be a way to manage both. And there's got to be a way to keep everybody happy between my readers and my subscribers on YouTube. There's just got to be a different way to handle my business. And that is when I came up with the harebrained idea to attempt to manage both. And the way that I decided to do this was to record and upload one video a week, and on the rest of the days that I wasn't messing around on YouTube, I would focus on my book. Now, I realize, thinking about it now, just as you probably noticed watching this, that I really set myself up to burn my candle at both ends, which wasn't smart by any means. It's never smart for anybody to do that, but honestly, it really worked. You know, I didn't feel any stress or any pressure to record and upload videos any more than I was. And it really kind of gave nice structure to my creative life. You know, I knew that I only had to record one video a week, and when that was done, I worked on the book. You know, and it really was quite a nice flow. Little did I know at the time, however, that after the few weeks or the few months that it really worked for me, that was when things were going to start going downhill. And it really, honestly, at least to my knowledge and to my attention, it wasn't a progressive decline, it was a very sudden stop. Because one night I went to bed happier than a lark. You know, I was feeling accomplished and creative and just really, really awesome with everything going on in my life. And then the next morning, I woke up completely disgusted. I woke up looking at my YouTube situation, my YouTube channel, and said, what the hell am I doing? I felt completely lost for absolutely no reason. And, you know, I think you and I would agree that with what I chose to do and this sudden change in behaviors, I was showing signs of YouTube fatigue, which is completely normal and a completely common thing. Even the best YouTubers have content fatigue. And if you're a YouTuber that hasn't experienced it, you're either extremely fortunate or you're lying, because at some point everybody gets a little bit burnt out. But if I'm going to be honest with myself and honest with you, I have to say that me personally, I think I went a step past content fatigue. I think I went a step past just needing a break. Because my content fatigue and my needing a break turned very quickly and very violently into absolute hatred and disgust for my YouTube channel, and I was really debating whether or not I ever wanted to pick up a camera again. And at that point in time, I really didn't care to, which in of itself was extremely weird because I've had content fatigue before. And I admit that. I've worn myself out doing this and everything else that I've done in my life. But I have never once looked at the channel and said, I hate what I'm doing. I don't want anything to do with it anymore, no matter how tired I get. Because at the end of the day, I love making content for you guys. I love being able to just relax and make a video talking about movies or video games and everything else that we discuss on this channel. I like it. I love it. And so for me to hear myself say, I hate this, I don't want to do this anymore, was my red flag that I was in really deep trouble. And perhaps the hardest part about it was I really didn't know why. But I was looking for something to blame. So I began picking my channel apart. Everything from I hate the name to, my content is stupid and it's boring and it's repetitious and we just need something else. We need something fresh as far as content goes to liven up the channel, give it something new, and give people that watch something new to get into. I thought the structure and everything about the channel was the problem. And it was that thinking process that really inspired me to come out and tell you guys, hey, I'm going to take a week or two off and I'm going to come up with a new idea for something with the channel. And coincidentally, that was the last thing I ever said about YouTube until today. It was the last hint or anything to do with YouTube until very recently. And honestly, when I started the break, my intentions were true. I did spend a lot of time trying to figure out what it was that my channel needed, that new thing that would be successful, that would be along the same veins as what I was doing, but also be new and interesting to you guys. And the longer I sat thinking about this stuff, the more I started to realize that the problem never was the channel. The problem never was the content. The problem that I was having was me. I came to the realization that as hard as I try and as much as I wanted to, I just couldn't manage doing both things at the same time. It was just too much. And I had to answer a pretty substantial question for myself, and it's one that I hate to have to answer as much as having to tell you about it. And that was, between the two things, between the books and between YouTube, what is more important? And of course, my books won. Because at the end of the day, books are slowly becoming a small business for myself. Books are how I earn a little bit of money. And YouTube doesn't grant me that. I essentially do YouTube for free. My videos only make probably 6 cents a video, so there's really nothing here except for a hobby. It became hobby versus business. And books became my business, and this became my hobby. Like I said, I love doing this, and this is my relaxation time to be able to pick up a camera and discuss the topics that we do on the channel. This is my hobby. And it was a tough decision to come to, but it was one that I was okay with. And once I figured that out, life just got so much better. And I never meant to go away for a year. I honestly just said, hey, I'm going to take a couple months off because I really wanted to heal myself mentally, emotionally, because I really didn't want to have this hatred toward the YouTube channel. I really didn't want to have those harsh feelings toward creating content like this anymore, and I figured the best thing to do for myself is just to step away. And it ended up to be a lot longer than I anticipated, but I think it was very important for me to do. And I think in watching this video, if you didn't understand my actions before, hopefully now you do. And I guess now that I'm on camera for the first time in a year in this platform, I'm healed. I feel a lot better. And I'm looking forward to making videos again for the first time in a long time. So I guess we're on to the future part of the video. What do I plan to do for the channel in the future? Well, let's start with the name change. I've rediscovered my positive attitude toward making videos, and I just wanted to leave the past in the past. You know, when I first came up with the idea, with me and my friend came up with the idea for Card Soldier Gaming, it was fine. But honestly, I started not to like it just for more or less cosmetic reasons. It just wasn't enough. So, as far as the channel went, I came up with the idea a couple weeks ago to make a change. To change the name, change the look, and everything cosmetically with the channel. And the reason is because King Jabberwocky Books is the business that I have for myself as far as books go. And I love that. I love King Jabberwocky Books. I'm proud of it. I think it's awesome. And it's something that I want to show off and I want to grow with because it's something I'm proud of. And I just had the idea, like I've said time and time again, that video games and my books are very, very connected. They inspire each other. So I just had the idea that instead of having two separate entities for my books and my YouTube stuff, why not just kind of bring everything that I do together under one branded umbrella, which is how you got King Jabberwocky Games. It might be smart to combine everything like this. It could be stupid. I don't know. I'll find out in the future. So that is kind of the inspiration behind my really, in my opinion, awesome name change. And I hope you guys can get behind it as well. But, you know, in coming back, I know, you know, the last few times that I've done this, videos like these, I've been very apologetic in my absences. And I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not going to say I'm sorry, because at the end of the day, it's going to happen again. And at this point, I'm really not in control of how long I'm here. I could be here a couple weeks. I could be here a few months. Could be here a whole year. I don't know. It's essentially whenever I plan to write and get busy with King Jabberwocky books again. So being that I don't really know what each day is going to bring, I don't really want to have a schedule either. I think I'm just going to do whatever feels good, you know? I think I'm just going to kind of roll with the punches and see what each day brings. So maybe you'll get 2 videos a week, maybe you'll get 1, maybe you'll get an entire week of videos every day. I honestly don't know at this point. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm just using this to kill time, to still be creative. And you know, I just don't want any pressure. I don't want any real commitments. And I'm not going to make a big deal out of going away either. You know, because it's going to happen. So, as far as what you can expect videos until you just don't see them anymore. But no, I'll be back. As always. I want you to know that even when I go away, the cycle of my uploading schedule and format will always cycle back around, and I will be back. Because if I was going to be done with the channel as a whole, I think I would just make a video and say, guess what, guys, I'm done. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. Which at this point in my life is definitely not the case. And like I said, it's not that I don't love you guys anymore. It's not that I don't want to do this anymore. It's just that I've got a lot on my plate right now. I've got a lot going on over with King Jabberwocky Books. And I'm just not going to dedicate the same amount of time on both projects. Like I said, business or hobby. And this got the hobby end of the stick. So yeah, there's not going to be any real set schedule. There's not really going to be any stress or pressure to upload. I'm not really sure the videos that I'm going to make. I do know a few. For instance, I think I got a couple reviews planned. I think I know the first video that I'm going to do after this one to kind of celebrate my return. I'm going to do the traditional top 5 games of 2017 video. I know I'm super late, but you know, I have an excuse, and it's better late than never. So I have that. That'll be the next video that I do. Like I said, some reviews, perhaps. Got a couple games that I've been playing. Maybe a few movies, who knows. Something that I also want to do is I want to revisit a couple of my old videos. I want to redo a few of my old videos, specifically the countdown where I did the my top 10 favorite games of all time. I really want to just kind of do a comparison video to see if my tastes have changed and to see how the list compares from then to now. I don't know. Something fun like that. Like I said, I really don't know what the plan is from here on out, but I'm back just to have fun with you guys and enjoy this again, because I think it's definitely time. In closing, I have a bit of a shameless plug for myself. Like I mentioned before, my YouTube side of the creation spectrum is now connected to my books and everything else that I'm doing. So if you are someone that likes to read and is interested in my books and my other creative projects, or you just don't want me to go away and you want to keep tabs on me when I do leave YouTube again to focus over there, I have links up on my banner for my Facebook and YouTube, and that is where all the updates, or not YouTube, sorry, Twitter. My Facebook and Twitter links are up there, and that is where all the updates and things with books can be found. I'm currently working on growing the community and doing some community outreach stuff, you know, some audience participation stuff. There's a poll going on right now, and hopefully lots of other fun stuff, maybe some giveaways. So if you have any interest at all in other things that I'm doing, or you want to be a part of that, definitely go check out my Twitter and my Facebook page. And I guess until the next video, guys, that'll about do it. So let's see if I can get the intro right now after a year. I salute you, and remember, we're all mad here.